Hi, Mr. Mick here, helping my students learn how to build menus in Visual Basic. Let's go to the Unit 4 lecture notes on menus and take a look here at objective number 1, how to create menus. We're going to create this simple menu with file exit, mouse go, and mouse reset as menu commands. And you probably already saw a project that does this when you downloaded the Maze 1 demo project. So let's take a look at it. Here it is, the same project that you downloaded. When we execute this program, there's this menu. When you click File Exit, it exits the project. When you click Mouse Go, it makes the picture box move through the maze. When you click Mouse Reset, it supposedly resets the player back to the beginning. That's something that's left undone for you to fix in this demo program. Anyway, that is a full tour of the menu that we have here. Notice that if you hold the Alt key down on the keyboard, it underlines certain letters. So for example, see how the X is underlined under Exit and the F is underlined under File? I could, without using the mouse, I could hold down Alt F. That accesses the file drop-down menu command, and now I can hold down Alt X, and it should exit the program. Alt F, and then just the letter X. Alt F and just the letter X exits the program. You do not hold Alt for the X, just the Alt F and then X. Okay, at any rate, how do we build this menu? Well, read the lecture notes right here, but you can also watch the video. So let's do it. Okay, double click the menu strip tool in the toolbox over here somewhere under M for a menu strip. You double click that. So it creates this thing called a menu strip object or a component. It places it down here in the component tray, and it should be renamed something that starts with MS. And my notes recommend that we name it MS, well, it doesn't really tell you, but yeah, it does. MS main is a good name for a main menu in any project. So by single clicking on the menu strip, single click, come over here, change menu strip 1 to MS main with a capital M in main. Hit the enter key, and now we have renamed the whole horizontal menu strip. Now we have to type ampersand file in the area that's marked type here. Okay, an and symbol, and then the word file. The and symbol, of course, causes the F to be underlined, allowing the person to hold down Alt and strike the letter F instead of using the menu, or instead of using the mouse to click on that. Okay, below that, in the type area here, type here area below it, we type exit, but we put an ampersand in between the E and the X. And right here, we type the word mouse with an ampersand in front of the M. Here, according to the specs for the maze assignment, I asked you to type the word go, like that. And eventually the text property here should be ampersand reset. So we built a menu with text properties in each menu command. These are kind of like buttons, only they hang down from the top of the form like a menu would. And all of the text properties, for example, right there, the text property for that one is ampersand go. So it's just more convenient to type the text properties right in this area right here, rather than to scroll up and down in the property window and type text property values here. Okay, so what's next? We should now rename all of these menu commands. Let's single click the word file and scroll up in the property window, and notice the door key name that's given by default here in Visual Basic. It's file tool strip menu item. Let's delete that, and let's name the file menu command mnu file. MNU is the correct prefix to use. just like BTN is the right prefix for buttons. And then the word file is placed there just because it says the word file and it's text property, so that just makes sense as a good name for that menu command. Let's come over here to mouse. A good name for mouse would be MNU mouse. So replace what you see there with MNU mouse. Okay, it's a little trickier to rename the sub-menu commands. These sub-menu commands are the ones that drop down from the top. Sometimes we call these child menu commands, where this up here, the word file, would be a parent. Well, here's the naming scheme that Visual Basic recommends. For exit, instead of having this name that's given to you by default, let's replace that. You would think that it would be MNU exit, but it's not. You need to put the word file in between there. Because exit is a drop-down menu command from the parent file. File is the parent and exit is the child. So all of that, of course, comes after the proper prefix of MNU. So that's the right name right there. That's the correct name to use for exit. Now let's come over here to mouse and give it a click and single click the word go. Replace that default name with MNU mouse go, because go drops down from mouse, so the word mouse must appear in its name, and then of course go needs to appear also. Okay, one last one to set. Reset. Reset should be renamed as MNU. The parent is mouse, and the main part of the name would be reset. Go and reset are siblings. They are not parent-child. So the word go does not belong in part of this name. Okay, there you have it. I've renamed all of these menu commands. If I were to execute the program right now, it would look good as far as the menu goes, but nothing happens. So where do you put the code that's associated with a menu command? That's pretty easy. You double click the menu command. So I'm going to double click exit. And this plops you into a method, the private sub and sub, a method with the correct name, file exit click. So when the person clicks exit, this code executes that I'm about to type right here. And you probably already know what I'm about to type, application.exit. There's a nice little method that ends the program. Let's test that. When I run the program and click File, Exit, it will cause application.exit to execute and end the program. And it does. Okay, for mouse go, if I double click go, this is where I would put lots of for loops that cause the player to animate through the maze. This is what you're doing in the Maze 1 project in Unit 4. I'll leave that up to you to work on throughout the next week or so. Okay, what are some other things that I need to teach you about menus? I think I've pretty much covered everything right here in the lecture notes. You can reread that though to check to make sure. Every once in a while you have to double check to make sure that this is happening in case there's a glitch. Oh, you can delete menu commands. Let's show you how to do that. Let's say that you accidentally put something here. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So you can just right click on it and click delete. Hey, what if you wanted reset above go? Well, you can click right here and drag it up and let go of the mouse. Oh, I just deleted it by accident. Sorry about that. Let's put it back there real quickly. There is a way to rearrange it. Yeah, there. I successfully did it. I rearranged the two. And now I'm going to put them back in the other order. It's a little tricky, but you get the hang of it. Okay. There. I rearranged them. Of course, you can create sub-menu commands that hang off to the right. For example, if you wanted to present the player with some color choices, you could do something like this, so that now when we run the program, we have sub-menu commands that hang off to the right. The name of the black menu command here, that would be a tricky name to think of. Let's see, mnu mouse color black would be the correct name for this one, because mouse leads to color, which leads to black. So there's your name. Okay, some other things. There is a checked and enabled properties with menus. That won't apply in the Maze 1 assignment, but it could apply in your game project later in the school year. So for example, if you wanted the person to know that he's currently in the black color setting, you could come here to the black menu command and scroll down to the checked property and change it from false to true. So now when the program runs, by default, it's already in the black mode, and then the person just knows maybe what player has been selected or what is checked and what's not. There's also an enabled property that's quite useful. So if you don't want, for example, Go to be enabled at the beginning of the game for some reason, you could single click on it. Instead of going to the checked property, you can go to the enabled property, set it to false, and check this out. Now when we run the program, Go is grayed out. It's not enabled. I can click on it, but nothing happens. It's there, but it's not accessible. It's not active. Of course, in your code, you could provide a line of code that causes Go to be activated. This doesn't make sense, but I'm going to go into the reset menu command and type in mnu mouse go dot enabled equals true. So check this out. Now when I run the program, at first I can't click Go. But if I click reset, I'm not sure which version of reset, I'm going to click that one. Now Go is activated. Whoops, I have two resets. I don't know why two resets are showing up. It doesn't make sense. You know what? I think I have one of these hidden perhaps. Wow, I got myself into a pretty sticky situation here. Okay, well, anyway, read the notes, play around with the check property and the enable property. It might be useful in the game assignment later in the spring.